Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back for another video. I'm Starco, and today in this video we will be taking a closer look at Medusa, the Purple Queen. Let's start with a small biography on the character. Medusa belongs to the race of Inhumans, a species of prehistoric Earthling mutated by the Terrigen mist produced deep under the inhuman city-state of Attilan, uh, presently located in the oxygen-rich blue area of the moon. Crystal, who later became the wife of the Avenger Quicksilver, is Medusa's younger sister. Considered a member of Attilan royal family, Medusa's parents choose to expose her to the Terrigen mist when she was a child. During her adolescent years, Medusa will often visit her distant cousin Black Bolt during his confinement, and she learned to communicate with him through body language. During the course of these visits, the two fell in love and became engaged. She attended Black Bolt's release from his isolation cell at the age of 18 and witnessed the first confrontation between Black Bolt and his insane brother Maximus the Mad. Maximus also claimed to be in love with Medusa and has made frequent attempts to usurp both the throne of Attilan as well as his brother bride-to-be. It was in Maximus' first successful attempt to take the throne that Medusa was knocked off Skyled by the Trickon and afflicted with amnesia. She left Attilan and went to Europe as a thief. So guys, that's pretty much a little biography just to introduce the character. A little bit more. Medusa, the first appearance was in March 1965 in the comic Fantastic Four number 36. And honestly guys, because she's a known and popular character in the Marvel universe, I expected her to be a paywall character. But Marvel decided to otherwise, and I still cannot make any sense of it for them to choose Ironheart, that is a really unknown and not very popular characters, to a really deep story-wise characters like Medusa. But Marvel is not Marvel. I guess they have a business plan that we don't know about. So, based on her history and her reputation, I was actually pretty excited to advance her to tier 2, and I have to admit that I am somewhat disappointed. Don't get me wrong though, she is a decent character with useful skills, good survivability, and average damage, but for a character with her reputation in the Marvel universe, I expected her to at least be close to top tier. Also, her skills animation could have been a lot better. The only animation that I really like is the 5th skill. And let's be honest, with a character with long hair like her and with the power she has, Netmarble actually had the opportunity to create skill animation like they never did before, and I guess they got lazy and didn't do anything really good except her 5th skill. So guys, before we go with the gear, obelisk, skills, ISO, stats, we are going to show some gameplay. So guys, I leave you to the gameplay, and we will be back to the build in a few minutes. So guys, in this gameplay, we're actually going to be doing Alliance Battle Extreme with Medusa. I took her in no restriction day to give her a proper testing. We're going to be running with She-Hulk and Tier 2 Werewolf. So let's see how she is actually doing. Well, that's our bet. I started with the wrong rotation, but that is fine. So you can see the rotation a little bit, guys. It's pretty easy. Basically, skill number 1 is iframe. That's used every time you can when number 3 and number 5 are on cooldown. Now after that you have skill number 3, that is your immunity. Skill number 5, that is your big iframe. And again, still skill number 1, that is another small iframe that can help you survive. So far we can see that she is really not good for Alliance Battle Extreme. The damage is really low. So guys, if you're looking for Alliance Battle Extreme universal character, I do not recommend Medusa, that is for sure. I actually thought I will at least be able to do 50k, but like you say, I just give up here, guys, because it is pretty terrible. So just gonna get him, then kill myself. Just wanted to show a little bit how she was doing in there, which is not really good. So on that, guys, we are going to be moving to the next gameplay. Okay guys, in this next gameplay we will be taking Medusa against Thanos, the regular Thanos. I'm using She-Hulk as lead with a tier 2 Werewolf as a team up. I got 4 increased damage to super violent type as strikers, and Doctor Strange extra striker. So we will see how it goes, guys. So first we're going to switch Werewolf, get the buff, then switch back to our pretty lady. And we're going to change our rotation as much as we can. She's actually not doing bad here. She looks like she has somewhat decent damage here. Quite a good iframe. Now we're going to see if she can actually run away fast enough. I'm not really sure about it, but we'll see. Well, here she's good. So we chain with third skill, chain with first skill, chain with fifth skill, third skill again, first skill again, third skill, and pretty much just repeat that. That is the proper rotation. Okay, so damage is not as good as we will like, but she does the job. For a regular Thanos, what the damage she's doing, she might be able to kill Thanos Infinity, but that will be really close. So, World Boss, she's a plus. She can beat Thanos on the regular mode. That means she can beat all other World Boss. Might be a little bit more difficult against Black Dwarf because of his physical damage resistance, but is still a pretty good option. So on that, guys, we will be moving to the next gameplay. So guys, next gameplay we're actually going to be running chapter 11 mission 4 in story mode. I'm using Medusa as lead with a team up of Iron Man and Spider-Man. I think that it is the team up that give her the best stats. So first I'm going to take the autoplay off and just play it myself and see how it goes. Like you can see, guys, her fourth skill and second skill actually does CC, so they are pretty useful in the story mode against the mob, but not against the boss. So we shouldn't be taking much damage, and we're going back for the box apparently. Okay. So our rotation is pretty easy to get settled. You use again skill number 3, follow with skill number 1, then skill number 5, then skill number 1 again, and your skill number 3 is back up. So basically you are pretty much untouchable if you do the perfect skill rotation. Because basically you either going to be in iframe or you're going to be immune to all the damage. So, well, that is the boss skill rotation. You can replace the skill number 1 when you're fighting a target that are stunnable with the skill number 4 or number 2, because they will either bind or stun the targets that you are fighting. Apparently, when you're immune to all damage, you are not immune to getting CC, which is pretty crappy. But it's fine. We will survive and we will kick this guy's ass. Well, maybe not. Okay, let's finish it. That was pretty mean. So guys, you saw her a little bit in here. Like, we're fighting a character that an enemy that CC, so yes, it was order, but it was the fear. A stun will not affect you, I think, when you're immune to all damage or stuff like that. So normally she'll be able to survive the whole story mission. I just think I didn't pick the best one to actually try her here. So guys, for the last gameplay, we are going to send her into Villain Siege arm mode. We're going to see how quick she can actually beat Ultron. To be a really good character, well, a top character, not the tier mode characters like Strange, but top character, you actually need to be beating Villain Siege hard in about 30 to 45 seconds, so we will see if she hit that mark. Well, first I didn't go with the good rotation, but since the target are stunnable, it doesn't matter because all my other skill can actually stun. So we are going to use a skill number 4 here and skill number 2 a lot more. Basically, I'm going to do 3, 5, 4, and 2. And repeat the rotation. That's what is going to give me the best damage output. Like here, we are already running out of the good DPS window. So guys, she is not a top character. I will put her in the average damage dealing character, but she has a pretty good survivability, so that makes her a character that I could actually recommend for somebody that's looking at a character that can clear Shadowland and Wall Boss. She got about the same damage output than Iron Heart that I'm not really impressed with. So basically, she's about the same kind of character than Iron Heart, just the free version of Iron Heart. So both characters are decent. Both characters have amazing survivability, and both characters have low damage output. So guys, I hope that you actually enjoyed the gameplay. Like you can see, except when you actually get here with her, she has a really good survivability. Her damage are not that good. Might be good enough for Thanos Infinity, but that will be borderline. But also, if I had the better Obelisk, that will probably increase her stats too a little bit, awaken his little set and all that stuff. But I'm talking for average player who are not spending money in the game and don't have all the crazy stuff. She is an average player that can become a really good player if you invest in her a lot of mats and money. So guys, to start, we are going to start with her gear. First gear, well, first Medusa attack is based on physical attack. So first slot in the gear, we're going to put physical attack by level at least 50%. The rest of the gear, we are going to put all attack or physical attack. Second gear, since Medusa weakest defense is energy defense, in the first slot we are going to put energy defense by level at least 50%, then all defense in the rest. Third gear, look guys, third gear, it's easy. In 95% of the cases, HP is optimal. The only time that you're going to be using something else than HP is when you use dodge, and that's only for characters that have a guaranteed dodge over 30%. Other than that, HP, HP, and HP. Well, on the two first slots, you try if you want to min-max, you want to go HP by level, 190% plus. In the two first slot, then you go HP for the rest. For the 4 gear, finally, one character that I do not have to go with defense penetration, because Medusa gets 15% crit rate from a tier 2 passive, plus 8% I think from our skill number 3, so you want to give her more critical rate to go with, you'll see my obelisk later, but I have a critical damage obelisk, and that's what's going to increase her damage the best in my opinion. So, but first, you want to make sure you get your skill cooldown as close as 36%. So if your cooldown are not at 36%, you want to put a skill cooldown instead of critical rate here. Past that, you put critical rate till I will say reach about 30-35% is good. Then after that, with all the buff, you're good to go. Then if you have more room, you can add some critical damage or defense penetration. So that is for the gear. Now let's move to the obelisk. The optimal obelisk, guys. It's critical damage with defense penetration and attack pros. But, like in 99.9% of the case, we never get the optimal obelisk. And the obelisk I have right now is still a work in process. But this is what I have. I have critical damage. With useless resist and a really bad attack pros. So guys, yes, the critical damage is good, but the rest is total crap. If you're wondering why I have that, it's just because it's the best obelisk I had for right now. But I will be re-rolling the option until I get something better than cold resist and this shitty attack pros. I want to at least get a good attack pros on it. So that is for the obelisk. For the ESO set, in her case, the optimal ESO set is overdrive. Overdrive is the optimal because it gives critical damage, critical rate, all attack, and defense penetration, which is really good for her. Right now, I do not have overdrive. I have Hawkeyes. Basically, guys, to explain to you, when I rolled my ESO set, I had 1 million goals left. So I kept my Hawkeye roll, but I will eventually change to overdrive. Also, guys, for Medusa, Power of the Angry Oak ESO set is not optimal, since you don't have critical rate and damage on it at the same time. So, guys, overdrive, overdrive, and overdrive for her. Or if you want to go with a healing set because you're scared she's going to die, you can also go with I Am Also Groot. So next, guys, we are going to take a quick look at her skills. Here we are going to start with her leadership. Leadership apply to universal type hero, all attack plus 36%. Really good leadership. Tier 1 passive, all speed plus 7%. Well, it's not something that is going to change the world. And our tier 2 passive, guaranteed dodge plus 15%. Help her a little bit in survivability, but 15% is not a game changer. After that, you have 15% increase to all critical rate, which I explained earlier, and you have 20% increase to skill damage and 15% increase to a bonus damage. So guys, that is for the passive skills. Now for the skill priority, well, I discussed it a little bit in during the gameplay. Well, I will go over it again. The most important skill is actually the third skill. You want to use your third skill. It will give you critical rate plus 8%, immune to damage for 5 seconds, and some attack. Guys, if you have full reduced cooldown, the cooldown on this skill is actually going to be 9 seconds. So after that, in the skill priority, well, it's hard to say the skill priority. well, more go with the skill rotation. Uh, After that, you want to be after you use your third skill, you want to use your air drill because it's going to give you a mini iframe as just some regular damage and mini iframe. Then you are going to be using the fifth skill that's going to give you a big iframe and some good damage. Then you're going to go back to air drill and repeat the third skill. The other two skills, this skill number 2, air constructor, bind the targets for 3 seconds, and skill number 4, split ends, stun the target for 3 seconds. Basically, they are about the same in damage and everything. The thing with those skills is if you fighting a bunch of mobs or if you are in Shadowland, those skills are really useful and you're going to be using them instead of air drill. But if you are finding something that's not stunnable, not CCable, you will be using the rotation I just said before with the first skill twice in the rotation. So guys, that's for the skill rotation. Now we are going to be moving to the stat priority, guys, and we're going to look at the stat sheet too. So stat priority works for gear number 4, Obelisk and Odin Blessing, guys. Skill number 1, you want a skill cooldown reduction of 36%. You will get 14% from being an Alliance level 30 to get to the 50% cap. If you're not an Alliance level 30, you want to take the amount you get from your Alliance and addition it to your skill cooldown from gear, and you want to get to 50%. So if you have 12% from Alliance, you want to have 38% on your gear. I think you get the points, guys. Number 2 in the stat priority only applies to Odin Blessing. It's physical attack. The more physical attack she has, the more damage she will be doing. Since there's no Obelisk with skill cooldown or physical attack, those two stats do not apply to Obelisk. Next, for Obelisk, you want to go with critical damage. Obelisk only. On the 4 gear, you want to focus on critical rate and defense penetration at your 2 first stat if you want, because the critical damage, if you get it from the Obelisk, will get you really close to 180%, so which is really good. So that's pretty much how the stat priority works for her. It's a little bit mixed up because, you know, for her it's better for the gear, some's better for the Obelisk, some better for Odin Blessing, but overall data, that's how it is. So like if we look at the stat sheet here, we have 14k physical attack. It's pretty decent. Attack speed 120%, which is my mark I try to put at the lowest usually. We got 28% critical rate. If you add the 15% from her skill and the 8 from tier 2 passive and 8% from her skill number 3, that means that get her we add get her close to 50%, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, my maths are off, guys. So that's a good critical rate, and we have with the build we have right now, it's around 180% critical damage, which is pretty good. Here, defense penetration, or in your defense, is at 17%. If I had overdrive instead of Hawkeye's ISO set, I will be running around 25%. Plus, I can get a lot from the Odin Blessing, so running with 40% will be really possible with the setup I have on her. Other than that, her dodge is pretty low, 25%, plus the guaranteed dodge 15%, so 40%. And the reduced cooldown here, I have 36%. So guys, that's pretty much it for the stats, and that's for everything. Guys, everything I share in this video is my personal opinion. I understand that some people will not agree with me, and it's their right. I'm not, you know, the ultimate truth. It might be mistakes on what I said and everything, but I just think that from the best I can say that this character review is what I think this character is. So guys, I hope you enjoy this character review. If you have any comment, feedback, question, make sure to write them in the comment box below. If you want to stay up to date with my future updates, you can always like and subscribe. And guys, I hope to see you again in my future video. So thank you for watching, guys.